Hello, and welcome to the TAM Multi-Touch and Gyroscope Visualizer tutorial. We will first begin with the multi-touch tutorial. For the remainder of this tutorial, the primary actor is the developer. Being that it's a multi-touch screen visualizer, we will be able to touch the screen and it will display the inputs as shown. I will now demonstrate the display settings that the TAM visualizer can show you. With finger averaging, it takes the values of all the coordinates of the fingers and gives an average result, showing it through lines and a point in the middle. Next, I'll show you the finger mapping, which shows a minimum spanning tree of all the coordinates on screen. With circular connections, it takes an average of all the circumcenters of 3 pairings of each finger. With the shortest mapping setting, the shortest Hamiltonian path is calculated with all the touch points on screen. Currently, the limit is set to 15 fingers, as increasing the size will slow down performance. The last setting I'll show you is the OpenGL cubes, which demonstrates the power of OpenGL used in this visualizer. Everything you see on screen is rendered using OpenGL. This includes the circles that act as touch points on screen. The brush size feature has also been modified to work with OpenGL. To demonstrate, I will change the brush size to 20, and I will change the brush size to 100. Using the existing recording feature, we can now record the results into a JSON format. Simply touch the screen into whatever gestures you would like, and then hit the Save button. From there, you're given the option to save as a JSON or the previous CSV file. And of course, you can now open these JSON files to play back recorded features. Last, I would like to mention the playback feature, which behaves as normal, except now it plays back in real time. This ends the tutorial for the TAM touchscreen visualizer. Now I'll turn you over to the Gyroscope Visualizer tutorial.
Alright, hello everyone. I am Alfredo and I will be presenting the gyroscope portion of the project. Step 1, I'm going to show you how the application works without the gyroscope connected. Once you have the project loaded, just click Local Windows Debugger on Visual Studios and it should run. This will take a moment. Here we notice that the gyroscope gives us an error, that there is a connection error, and to please restart the application. Once we turn on the gyroscope, we may continue debugging, and the application should run smoothly. And that is the case. We can see here that the gyroscope has 3 visual gauges. It has the pitch and roll gauge here on your left. It has the compass in the middle and the accelerometer on the far right side. Below that, we have a panel describing the incoming raw data from the gyroscope. To go over the movements, if you go up and down, you'll notice the leftmost pitch indicator change. If you roll the gyroscope, you'll notice the same indicator also rolls in the direction that it is being rolled. For the compass in the middle, you'll notice that if you change the orientation of the gyroscope, it will appropriately capture the direction that it's heading in. Here we're going all around. For the accelerometer, you're going to need to pick up some speed for the gyroscope to detect. So shaking it around will show you the changes in acceleration. This is measured in G units. Now, you may have noticed that when using the gyroscope, there is some gyroscopic drift. This is part of any gyroscope. You can expect some of the readings to be a little off. Let's move on now to the 3D visualization of the gyroscope. If you move here to the 3D Visualizer tab, you will notice that you have the 3D visualization of the gyroscope. Here is a mapping of the gyroscope's rotations on screen. We can see the gyroscope is properly mapped and its movements are accurately reflected in this three-dimensional visualizer. Let's consider what happens when we disconnect the gyroscope. If we abruptly disconnect the gyroscope, the application will give you the proper connectivity error and ask you to restart the application. This covers the whole of the Gyroscope Visualizer. Thank you.